Am I wrong to get upset at my husband for texting my girlfriend? My husband 36 and I 30 have been on a trip for 8 days for the new year with 8 friends. I've been wanting to go to this specific destination and I've been the one motivating those who wanted to join us. The trip was very expensive, so not all our friends could come. I paid for my husband's ticket and Airbnb because I was the one insisting on going there. He found it too expensive. So we shared a small Airbnb with a male and a female friend that I've known for 8 years now. My female friend is very pretty. She's also been single for 3 years and she has been worried about time passing by as she is turning 32. During that trip I found her behavior unusual and it made me uncomfortable many times. She never acted like that before. She seemed getting oddly close to my husband. She was always talking to him while ignoring me basically. She'd be following him around and walk always close to him, as in from a stranger perspective it could look like they were a couple. She would jump to take his side when we would have silly arguments, even though she heard half of the story and to everyone at the table he was in the wrong. She would walk around the Airbnb with only a towel on or with super short shorts that would emphasize her butt cheeks. She would randomly talk in front of my husband about how she sleeps naked even though nobody asked. I did not get any fun alone time with my girlfriend. It seemed like she was his friend and not mine. They did activities without me, like going to the beach with the other guy friend when I felt like doing something else. I'm usually pretty independent and not believed to be the jealous type, but I really felt left out by my friend during that trip while I was the one who was there for her during her breakup. During that trip, I mentioned to my husband that I was feeling left out by my girl, without mentioning that I found her oddly close to him. He admitted that he found her behavior strange one day when she kept getting at me for no reason. He did not intervene to defend me, but he changed subjects to ease up the situation. She ended up apologizing for her behavior that particular day when she was drunk, but then went back to ignoring me the next day. Note: I wanted to talk to her about how I feel, but I'm really cautious about that. One time she did something that hurt my feelings and I did let her know that it made me feel down. She literally started bawling as if I was the one who had done something to her. I really wanted to avoid any drama during that trip because I know she might flip tables and make me the bad guy, ruining the trip for everyone. As the trip ends, all 4 of us go home. 2 days later I found out my husband texted her to thank her for the trip, her great mood, etc. It's nothing serious, but it felt like a blow in my stomach. Mind you, he did not text nor thank the other guy friend we were with, even though they had some cool times together, like surfing and such. I confronted him and asked him why he was thanking her. He just said because it was a little bit like her trip, as she's had been there before and she wanted to go, etc. I felt like it didn't make any sense. I was the one who came up with the idea of this trip for New Year and I was the one who did all the research for everyone's Airbnbs, taking everyone's ticket of some excursions to ease up the process. He tried to gaslight me as if I was a crazy jealous partner that keeps him from having female friends. He has 95% of female coworkers. I have never been jealous nor kept him from having drinks with them. I only speak out when my gut tells me something is wrong, and it happened only once before during our 9-year relationship. It was with his best friend, and he tried to gaslight me as well. Turned out my sister-in-law told he had been in love with her throughout his teens and early adulthood, but could never be with her because she's gay, and she would have problems with every single ex-girlfriend of his. Anyways, in the situation with my girlfriend, am I tripping? To me, it is kind of an unspoken rule that you should side with your spouse when there is an issue with a friend of theirs. You should not be out there texting them, thanking them or whatever when your spouse specifically told you they've been feeling down because of that person. Nothing serious happened, but I'm smelling something sus, and don't believe that I am the jealous type. I usually trust my gut. BC, so far it never failed me.